This is the three-time Impact Wrestling X Division champion, the newest member of Bullet Club. I am the inevitable Ace Austin. And right now I want you to check out something on YouTube for me. If you're looking for some wrestling content on YouTube, go ahead and head over to the Nation Network. All right, they got some old school, they got some new school, and I'm willing to bet, chances are they've got something that you'll like, and that is inevitable.
Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from, whatever time you're watching from. Vince McSham, welcome back to the Nation Network. And the Retro Rumble. Let's do that the right way. Retro Rumble. Featuring the best of the wrestling games of the past, because the ones we're getting today suck. This is 2K18. There was a heavy WCCW influence on this one, and that's the one that I'm kind of running universe mode here for 2K18. As soon as the show is over, we will jump in and take a look at some of the stuff that I was messing around with earlier today. We can compare and contrast, because I'll tell you right now, the more I play these old games, the more I realize how much today's games suck. The real deal. What's up, buddy? I did a little tweaking on that shirt, try to get the logo to look a little more dusty-ish. Wish there was a way I could import logos, but that's all done. All right, we're going to kick this one off. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, going up against Buddy Jack. I got my levels right where they always are, man. I'm looking at the meters, and they're registering okay. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. The son of a plumber, and he's got the folks here in Texas on their feet. Ooh, I guess I got to switch out that elbow pad. I missed it. He is one half of the world-class tag team champions and a member of the fabulous Freebirds. Buddy Roberts entering the ring, and he'll not get the same level of ovation that Dusty Rhodes did. That gum, you sat through 2 movies in one day? I can't do that anymore. There was a day, but those days are gone. I had no desire to see Aquaman 2. I didn't think the first one was that good. Let's see what Dusty does here with Buddy Jack Roberts. Later tonight, we're going to see the Texas Tumble The Royale battle, first time ever here at Sportatorium. 10 top contenders will enter. We don't know who they are. We also don't know what order they will be entering in. The only elimination is over the top rope. Both feet must hit the floor, and whoever's left standing will be guaranteed a championship title match. And there's a stare down. Well, I guess if you put 2K in front of it, it's going to do that. I'm going to let this play out. Jeez, what was that? Exchange of words and ideas at ringside. That's what it was. There's a neck breaker. Nicely done by Roberts. Yeah, you can check out my review for that movie. I wasn't as thrilled with it. Swing and a miss with that kick, and now the American Dream from behind. Belly to back suplex, has him up, couldn't hold him. And now Roberts. That hesitation costing him. Nice roll through. Freebird comes out the other side, and now Dusty Rhodes going to try again with a big hip toss, takes him over. Back heel trip, down he goes. Dusty Rhodes attacking the leg. A lot of bad blood between these two guys. As Dusty driving the point of the elbow right into the head of Buddy Jack Roberts. And now Roberts has Rhodes up, trying for the slam. Dusty breaks out of that one. Inverted atomic knee drop. Roberts gonna feel that one. And now the American Dream teeing off with some left jabs. Here it is, flip-flop and fly. Down goes Buddy Roberts. The Sportatorium on their feet here tonight. Dusty allowing him to get back to his feet. Not sure I'd recommend that. Once again, Buddy had a plan and Dusty had the solution. Belly to back suplex drops him. Look at this, lining him up for that elbow. And now the American Dream going to work on the trapezius. Putting that nerve pinch. Heavy forearm right across the back. And again, comes up with the jabs. That might be enough to keep him down this time. Let's see if Dusty goes for the cover. He does. Roberts looking up, and he's able to kick out before the third count comes down. He's feeling funky like a monkey. There's the bionic elbow. You don't get up from that one. Hook of the leg. Referee is right there. 1, 2, and 3. A convincing victory for Dusty Rhodes to kick us off here tonight. Oh, get a look at his buddy Roberts. Does not look too happy. And now look at Dusty Rhodes going to actually offer his hand. The Freebird will have nothing to do with it. I am surprised. We'll be back with more. Stay with us.
It's time to grab your popcorn and your soda. Get your favorite candy. And get ready because we are going to the movies. We're going to be watching and reviewing some of the most iconic movies featuring superstars of the world of professional wrestling. Will it be thumbs up or thumbs down? We'll give you our thoughts, you give us yours. Come check us out as we review some of the greatest titles in its genre. Make sure you check out the Nation Network as we take you to the movies.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Ravishing Rick Rude making his way down the aisle. This crowd not too happy to see the Ravishing One here.
What I'd like to have right now is for all you fat, ugly, inner city sweat hogs, keep the noise down while I take my robe off and show the ladies what a real sexy man looks like. Hit the music.
Well, you can't take anything away from him. He is definitely put together. But he doesn't exactly endear himself to the crowd. Not that he cares. Juan Cordero's here. Welcome aboard. And here comes his opponent, Cactus Jack Manson. This guy is different. There is a mean streak in this guy that I would dare say is unequivocal to anything we have seen here in WCCW. I would think these guys would make better teammates than enemies. We'll see how this one goes down, though. No love going to be lost here. Both of them want the same thing, and that is a big win and a bigger paycheck. Bell sounds, and here we go. Look at this. Manson wasting no time at all. He shoots across the ring and goes straight for Ravishing Rick Rude. Ramming the head of Rude into the turnbuckle. This man is psychotic. Hum along in the house. What's happening, my man? Manson, oh, he just got back body dropped by the Ravishing One. And now Rude returning the favor, went for the elbow, though nobody home, and now Manson has him attacking the leg and the knee of Ravishing Rick Rude. Normally in a match with Rick Rude, you would consider him to be the most likely to bend and break the rules, but in this match, he might be the closest thing to a clean wrestler we're going to see. Side slam, nicely done. Goes for the cover, doesn't hook the leg. You're not going to get him that way. Big uppercut now by the Ravishing One, stands him up. Snapmare takes him down, and now Rude in control of this match. Cinches in that rear chin lock. Now it's a wear down move. It'll also give Rude a chance to recuperate. While Manson's going to have to fight his way just to get a breath in his body. Comes up with a couple of big elbows, and that breaks the hold. Here's the Irish whip into the turnbuckle. He goes, and now Manson follows him in. But Rude was ready for him. Nice suplex, takes him all the way over. And now grinding his face into the canvas. Talk about insult. Fans, will remind you, coming up next, the Texas Tumble. The Battle Royale. There's a knee right to the face, and that one did some damage. Drops him head first. Manson might be done. And now at this point, Rude is just enjoying the moment. There's a winding right hand that connects. Went for the slam and it backfired on him, and Cactus Jack came down with a near 250, 260 pounds across the chest. That'll drive the wind right out of the sails for sure. Rick Rude in a compromised position, and Manson takes control and advantage of that opportunity, driving the knee to the head. And now it is Rick Rude having to backpedal here. Oh, look out. What's he going to do here? Has him up. Pile driver. That's got to be it. He spiked Rude off the canvas. Goes for the cover. This could be a big win for Cactus Jack Manson. He got it. Wow. A decisive victory, ladies and gentlemen. at this. Rick Rude gonna offer his hand. Oh, he kicked him down low. That was south of the border, and I dare say we haven't heard the last of these two.
Wrestling fans, right after this program is done, enter the danger zone. Jump over and check out J-Rock 73. Tell him Vince sent you.
All right, fans, it is time. I guess you weren't allowed to keep it in the same arena. Didn't realize that. The Texas Tumble. The Royale battle featuring 10 of the top contenders. Well, let's move this thing along. Let's see who drew the number one. Oh, look at this. Tatsumi Dragon Fujinami. He'll be the first entrant into the Texas Tumble here tonight. If he can outlast the other 9 men to follow behind him, he will be able to choose his championship title match. Let's see who's got number 2. Oh, take a look at this. Greg the Hammer Valentine. He is a name that is recognized throughout the world of professional wrestling, including the world-class championship area. All right, well, these two guys are going to start it off. Another entrant will be fed into this Texas Tumble match in just a few moments. Early on, Valentine handing out the punishment to Tatsumi Dragon Fujinami. These are a couple of tough guys that will take a beating. Next entrant on his way out, who's it going to be? Rick Martel. Former AWA heavyweight champion. And now from behind, takes down Dragon Fujinami. He's got him up in the airplane spin. That will definitely disorient the Japanese superstar. Now look at this. Valentine turns his attention now to Martel going after that leg. Oh, and we saw him just moments ago. He came up on the short end of the stick. He's coming right back into the battle, though. He can turn his luck and fortune around right here tonight. What an opportunity for Rick Rude to go from the basement to the penthouse all in one swoop motion. Martel and Rude going at it. Look at Martel goes to the eyes. Texas native, stunning Steve Austin hits the ring. Nice gut wrench suplex right there by Austin on Martel. We still have not seen anyone eliminated thus far. Oh, that's one half of the Rock and Roll Express, Ricky Morton. We are more than halfway through the Texas Tumble. Nobody has been eliminated yet. Rude was in danger right there, but managed to fight the hammer off. And Martel just got caught from behind, and it's the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Coming in at number 7. Saw him in our opening contest tonight. He may have earned his berth into this Texas Tumble match by virtue of that. When he's eliminated, no, he holds on to the bottom rope. He was almost eliminated within a minute. Stunning Steve now singling out the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Going for a pile driver. Connects it. Here comes the Dingo Warrior. At number 8. And he goes right after Rick Rude. Rick Martel's on the apron. And Fujinami eliminates Rick Martel, the first man removed from the Texas Tumble. And Ricky Morton is gone. Dusty Rhodes now turns his attention to Greg the Hammer Valentine. Meantime, Rick Rude going after the Dingo Warrior, and Fujinami still down in the corner. He may have been injured. Stunning Steve is on the apron. No one paying attention to him or Dusty Rhodes at the moment. And Valentine targeting the leg of Fujinami. Over the top rope, and the Dingo Warrior has been put out by Rick Rude. Dusty Rhodes has got Stunning Steve with a pile driver. The bodies are starting to go crashing now. Deep arm drag takedown, nicely done. 10 seconds, we're going to have another entrant. And Rude on the apron, hanging on. Oh, take a look at this. Valentine eliminated, but that is gentleman Chris Adams. And another elimination. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, is gone. Chris Adams going right after Fujinami. And there goes Fujinami. Hit himself on the steel steps on the way down. Oh, and take a look at number 10, Cactus Jack Manson. Ravishing Rick Rude. Going up right now, head to head. With gentleman Chris Adams, meantime, stunning Steve. Going after Manson. Shout out to Sean Allen. Freddie's in the house along with Andrew Roberts. Welcome, everybody. This is the Texas Tumble, the Royale battle. And there goes Rick Rude, courtesy of Stunning Steve, and now we're down to 3 men. Gentleman Chris Adams perched on that middle rope. Better stay focused on what's happening inside the ring, though. Rick Rude not happy at all. Big knee lift right there. Innovative move by Chris Adams, who now shoots Cactus Jack off. Went for that super kick of his. And almost connected. Jack fighting his way out. The final 3 men circle up. Clothesline, and there goes Adams. Stunning Steve in trouble. Chris Adams very upset with the way this one just played out. Cross knee backbreaker, and that one's going to take its toll. Manson standing back. Has him up. Oh, it looked like he was trying to perhaps put him over the top rope. Stunning Steve had some other ideas. There's a clothesline, and it's Stunning Steve Austin, who will be going on to a title match. A most impressive showing. Stick around, we still have more WCCW when we return.
Wrestling fans, if you're enjoying the content here on the Nation Network, we encourage you to check out Blazed Radio. Join Blaze for his unique take on E-Fed Wrestling.
Hey, Walker. There's a shotgun stunner, but long through the table at the same time.
From 2K to AEW Fight Forever, as well as talk show podcasts and NFL Red Zone coverage.
I love that I can listen to football commentary where the important conversations happen, like the rack on the ref.
As soon as we're finished here, jump over to Blaze Radio and tell him Vince sent you.
And we're back, and look who's back as well. Curt Henig, showing up here in WCCW. He's got a live microphone. Anything can happen now. Find out what's on the mind of Mr. Henig. Who is Henig talking about? He's not happy about somebody. Oh, he's calling out Chris Adams. Adams not in a good mood after what just happened. And accepting the invitation, ladies and gentlemen. Adams calling him out, taking him up on his challenge. Well, it looks like Henig is not putting him on a leash yet. Again, going for that super kick. And Henig takes him down. What's he doing now? He's got a steel chair, does Henig. Oh, and he just cracked him in the head with it. Down across the back. Adams is in a lot of trouble. Look at that chair. It has been bent. Big clothesline, and down he goes. We'll be back in a moment.
It's time to grab your popcorn and your soda. Get your favorite candy. And get ready because we are going to the movies. We're going to be watching and reviewing some of the most iconic movies featuring superstars of the world of professional wrestling. Will it be thumbs up or thumbs down? We'll give you our thoughts, you give us yours. Come check us out as we review some of the greatest titles in its genre. Make sure you check out the Nation Network as we take you to the movies.
We are back. Kevin Von Erich already in the ring waiting for Bam Bam Terry Gordy. The bad blood between the Freebirds and the Von Erichs is about to bubble over right now. Look at this. Kevin Von Erich wasting no time at all. Going after Gordy. Referee trying to push him back. This is not what we're used to seeing out of Kevin Von Erich, but it shows just how personal this feud has grown between the two. Von Erich gives up size, gives up power, but he has the quickness, the agility, and he is a tremendous athlete. Terry Gordy slowly back to his feet. And Von Erich comes off the top turnbuckle with that elbow right to the head. Look at Gordy. The ropes barely holding him up. There's a clothesline. And Gordy goes out to the hard floor. Kevin wants him back up on his feet once again. Went for the, oh, he missed. He went for the crossbody and overshot the target, landed hard on the concrete. And that has just completely turned the momentum in favor of Bam Bam Terry Gordy. Gordy brings him over, drives him head first into the apron. Throws him under the bottom rope. Back into the ring in time to beat the 10 count. Now Gordy follows up with some stiff forearm shots. And now let's see if Kevin can turn this thing back around. He's got Gordy on the top turnbuckle. This cannot go well. Arm drag. Oh my word. All the way up to the middle of the ring. The back and forth between these two men. And now Kevin has him in the airplane spin, and Bam Bam Terry Gordy gonna take the ride. That'll leave you disoriented for sure. Right now, Bam Bam Terry Gordy really hasn't been able to come up with a mounted offense since the opening bell. What's he gonna do here? Up for the power bomb. Oh, and he just dropped him head first onto the top turnbuckle. His head may have struck the steel. Kev trying to fight his way back into that. But it is Gordy who remains in control now. Putting the torque on the head and the neck area. He is one big, powerful son of a gun, this Terry Gordy, I can tell you. Kevin Von Erich now fights out of that grasp with a couple of stiff right hands. And now Gordy sent to the ropes, over the top, onto the apron, and now sent crashing to the floor. The Sportatorium crowd now on their feet as their hometown favorite starting to take control against the Freebirds. And now Gordy with a back body drop. Give it up. Oh, Kevin's going to feel that one in the morning. Steel post. Oh, his head bounced right off of it. What an impact that made. Kevin Von Erich now back in the driver's seat somehow and returns the favor. They need to pay attention to the referee's count. And just barely getting back in time. Got that knee right in the small of the back as he pulls back on the chin. This could be a submission. Bam Bam Terry Gordy able to get out just in the nick of time. And now sends Kevin crashing to the floor. They have fought outside the ring as much as they fought inside. And now he's got a sledgehammer and gets himself disqualified. Nothing has been settled here, I can tell you that. We'll be back in just a moment. Attention wrestling fans, if you're having a great time here on the Nation Network, then we encourage you to go visit Dre 41 right after this program. Dre 41 with some of the greatest hockey action you've ever seen, featuring games from Japan that you won't see in the United States. Whether it's professional wrestling, boxing, or just an overall good time, get spicy with Dre 41. Time for our main event, ladies and gentlemen, and what a night it's been. World-class championship wrestling, and here comes the #1 contender. He is one half of the tag team champions and 1/3 of the fabulous Freebirds, Michael P.S. Hayes. It'll be a champion versus champion match here tonight. Titles will not be on the line, but that does not matter, especially to Michael Hayes. As far as he's concerned, anything he can do to soften up the champion tonight will only aid him in the future. And we just saw what Terry Bam Bam Gordy was willing to do, not worried about the win tonight. Take a look right there at the world-class tag team championship title around the waist of Michael P.S. Hayes. He wants to add more gold. Of course, with the Freebird rules, any two members of the Freebirds can defend those tag team titles. And here comes the world-class heavyweight champion, Kerry Von Erich. The modern-day warrior making his way down the aisle. These two men no strangers to one another. They've had this bitter rivalry that has raged on for months here at World Class. At some point in time, you've got to believe push is going to come to shove. Referee calls for the bell, and we're underway. They meet right in the middle of the ring with a quick stare down before going into the lockup here. And I'm surprised to see them actually resorting to some wrestling. I would think with their history, they would have gone straight for brawl. Inverted atomic knee drop. Couple more of those, and Michael's going to have to take the PS out of his name. Atomic knee drop. And now the modern-day warrior, Kerry Von Erich, fighting his way back up from the bottom, and he does. The Von Erichs are fan favorites here in World Class, as they are just about anywhere they go. Highly successful in Japan. We have seen them make appearances throughout the NWA. But this is home. Off the ropes, and now Kerry dropping the elbow. Michael Hayes will tell you, when you live on Bad Street, you're a special type of tough and mean. And the Freebirds live in the last house on the block. Hayes was going for some sort of a neck breaker, it looked like, and caught Kerry Von Erich with a back body drop. And now going to the eyes. Referee is right there looking at it, does nothing. And now Von Erich receives an inverted atomic knee drop. One is good for the goose egg, good for the gander. Belly to back suplex by the champion. Looked like Hayes caught his head on the bottom rope on the way down. Von Erich trying to get him to get back to his feet. Hayes has no idea where Von Erich even is. Whoa, the modern-day warrior off the top rope with that axe handle right to the head, and now Michael Hayes is in a lot of trouble. The end might be near for the leader of the Freebirds. Von Erich has him. Texas pile driver, and it connects. Oh, Hayes may end up being the one carted out of here tonight. There's the claw. The iron claw is slapped on him. Will Michael Hayes be able to get out, or will he have to submit? Couple of hard lefts to the midsection, and that will break the hold, at least for the moment. And now Hayes goes to work. Has the armbar locked on Von Erich, who rolls through, nicely done, but comes back into a hammerlock, manages to get out of that, however. Hayes has taken a lot of punishment in this match right now and hasn't really been able to handle much out. But there's a good backbreaker right there, cross knee driving Von Erich down. Nice shoulder tackle by Carey. He's waiting. And here comes that tornado discus, and look at this. Hayes was ready. Von Erich going for the slam. Michael Hayes with some back elbows to break out of it. There's the DDT. Kerry Von Erich might be done. Hayes going for the cover. Took him a few minutes to get. There's two, and Von Erich got out. Just barely got that shoulder up off the canvas. Roundhouse right hand. Look at it. Back body drop, perfectly done. The timing on that one. There was a time and a day where that would have been a disqualification here in World Class. And now Von Erich sends Michael Hayes into the steel guardrail. And now belly to back on the floor. What's he going to do with him here? Drops him head first on the apron. Couple of big right hands, and it looks like he may have busted him open. Michael Hayes is a bloody mess, and here's the claw hold. The iron claw slapped on Michael Hayes. As that blood seeps between the fingers of the modern-day warrior, and he gets the victory. What a win for Kerry Von Erich. Well, there is no rest for the weary because Von Erich now knows he will be facing stunning Steve Austin in the near future. Oh, look out. Michael Hayes goes for a cheap shot, and it backfires on him, and Von Erich takes him out. Stick around, fans. We'll be back in just a moment. Hello, everybody. That concludes the universe portion of this stream. Now, we're going to get in there a little bit and play around. With our creations mode here. We'll make a couple of tweaks, a couple of adjustments. We're going to build another one or two. Got to make a couple of changes here. Chris Adams, the things that I didn't think looked right. So I made him earlier today, and I'm telling you, man, I forgot how great the creation suites were back with 15, 16, 17, 18, even 19, I think 19 as well. And let me tell you what I'm talking about. All right, so the height is the first thing. We got to give him a little more. We'll see how much of a difference that makes. I think the body weight was, we'll give him a little more. But when you get to the customizing, and this is where this really is, the way they used to be able to do it. The way that you can get into all of these different little things and make these different changes. And you can't do this anymore. And not only can you change the thing up, so you got the back, but then you have the volume, and you can control that too. You see how it narrows it down more. I thought I had done something with the chest. I guess not. Or maybe I didn't save it. So not only can you change the way it looks and the shape of it, but then you can also make it larger, make it smaller, and you don't have that control anymore. Man, I know I did all this. How come it didn't save? That's why it didn't look right, though. Some of these things are out of whack. Like you can go, in this case, 100% will make it smaller as opposed to larger. So. Yeah, I know I've done this. This is weird. So that one's working normal where the larger number, the larger the body part. But some of them don't do it that way. Yeah, Freddie, it's good to go. It didn't save any of my creations, though. But that may have been my fault, so I can't say for sure about that part. Hair was a little too red. That's better. What I like about the old school wrestlers is nothing fancy when it comes to the costumes and stuff, so you can bang these out pretty easily. They're not hard to make. In this case here, Chris Adams, I mean, that was a super simple one because there's a face. Let me back out of here and I'll show you. I'm really glad I've gone back and re-uploaded all these games because if nothing else, you can bounce around from one to the next, and then you have like the greatest Legends roster ever that way. It'd be nice if they were all in one game, but not a big deal. Just drop another disc in, and then you got the other ones. Playing the other day with the natural disasters, that was fun. Good to see them again. Let's see. Yeah, if you go with that face template right there, I mean, you almost have to do nothing. That looks so much like him. And that's really all I did. I did a little bit of tweaking, but for the most part, that was it. Well, Mr. Adams actually had a back and forth thing because there were times where he was one of the most loved guys in WCCW. But as they always tell you, if you're the most loved, that means someday you'll be the most hated. All right, now I think he's in better shape. Got a little more size to him. He was just a little too small. And I totally forgot in this game that if you pick Royal Rumble, it's always going to be the Royal Rumble arena. They hadn't got it to the point yet where you could put it in any arena. All right, speaking of Dusty Road, we're going to edit Dusty Road. Something coming. Go after that elbow pad because I totally missed. What's up here? Nope. See, that'd be good for the bunkhouse stampede. The bionic elbow with that bitch. This'll work. Oh, it would have worked if I had a different color elbow pad. Got some big-ass elbow pads.
Steve Cropper and Duck Dynamite.
Together we are a powerful force, as one mind, body, and soul. Let no evil enter, nor attempt to reduce us, because of the beliefs we hold.
All right, let's try something then, because that's still the best.
We ward off pain and stress. Technician I am, wholeheartedly, and
Oh, actually, never mind. That's the same as the other one that I almost took. So I guess we should just as soon go with that one. Let's see if I can find it. See if we can find the damn thing now. There we go. Jughead, what's happening, man? I had a good Christmas. I did. Got together with the family. Hope you guys did as well. You have a good one, Jug? You hanging out with Archie, Veronica, and Betty and all them? All right, that takes care of Dusty. And we already took care of Chris Adams. Well, that's good, man. All right, we're gonna. Oops, need to back out. Let me find some pictures to reference here. Okay. That's going to be interesting. And probably just going to go, wait. Nope, almost. Trick now is going to be that'll work. He's got trunks on or tights on that kind of look like the Terminator shirt. Christmas horror films. There was one I almost watched. I just didn't get around to it. It's A Wonderful Knife. Hadn't seen that before. Yeah, Switch has never done well with wrestling games. But if you can pick up a used copy of this, you can't go wrong, man. Well, I take it back, because if you can't get the DLC, then it's not as good. I might change the base color on the tights a little to brighten it up some. I was tired. Whenever somebody says, "Let me go ask my wife," that's a nice way of saying she gonna say no, so I'm gonna say no. I know. Now you funny too.
So I go back home. I tell the landlady, I got a job. I'm gonna pay the rent. She said, yeah. I said,
Oh yeah.
And then she was so nice.
She was lovey-dovey. That's pretty close. Yeah, 2K15 had a really good roster, no doubt about that. But that was the Honky Tonk Man from the Ultimate Warrior SummerSlam match, so he's always in the Elvis suit. There's no out of the Elvis. You have to make your own. And without being able to upload any logos, you can't really make a good guitar or anything like that. So I just basically put him in black tights and put Honky Tonk on the back. But yeah, that one. There's another one. I don't know if it was 16 or 17. There's another Honky Tonk Man, which does have. He's got the singlet, though, on that one. I think we had him maybe even yesterday when I played. Well, Jug, the reason they can't do that is because they have to pay the Legends contract in order to keep the content going. You know, if a new game comes out, it's not like what AEW allegedly is doing with their game, because I got a feeling that's going to go away real quick. Where it's like you buy the game, we'll just keep on adding more and more people to it. They don't do that. They come up with a whole new title. So that means they have to come up with all new Legends contracts. Or they have to extend the ones that already existed, and they don't do that. I still don't get why they don't have the 2K version of the game, but make it Legends of WrestleMania. So have the all-time, come up with 100 of the roster, of the Legends rosters that you combine from all the years you've done it. Have all the different WrestleMania arenas, have your Saturday night main event, all that stuff. And just release it as a Legends title. And I think they're going to find out that it sells better than the other one.
Cruising down the street in my 6'4", jocking the freaks, clocking the dough. Went to the park to get the scoop. Knuckleheads out there, cold shooting some hoops. A car pulls up, who can it be? A fresh El Camino rolling Kilo G. He rolled down his window and he started to say, it's all about making that GTA. Cause the boys in the hood are always hard.
Got a black elbow on the left arm. I gotta tweak one thing though. Yeah. That's actually not bad. I'll keep that. All right, that gets us Austin. Yeah, Freddie, that would sell, man. They would make so much money off of that, but they just don't seem to. I don't know. I mean, when you talk about guys like Greg Valentine, I don't think he's holding out for thousands upon thousands of dollars. And when you look at Ultra Pro and how many of these guys and girls are saying, yeah, I want to be in the game, I want to be in the game. Well, I know he ain't paying them thousands and thousands of dollars. So they'll work for a cut. I don't think if there's anyone else I wanted to tweak. that. You know, back when I was doing all these created wrestlers, we would have Name That Call. I'd start building. I wouldn't tell you guys what I'm making, and whoever guessed it first. So we can try that again now. I'm going to make two real quick here. One of them you get real quick. Yeah, you probably get both of them, actually. All right, let's see who can come up with the answer first. Who we making? Showdown Legends of Wrestling, man, it doesn't get a fair shake. I mean, I'm not saying it was a great game, but that roster was so ridiculously good that it overcomes some of the mediocrity in the gameplay, I suppose you could say. Dan the Man Hansen is incorrect. Yeah, the arenas were really good, and I'm going to end up featuring that on this series. We're definitely going to do some Legends. Yeah, they had Showdown and then Showdown 2. I don't really see a huge difference between the two, to be honest. King Kong Bundy is incorrect, but a good guess.
USA.
I seem to recall there was a way to get the computer to play. It wasn't, there was like a workaround, and I'm trying to remember what it was now.
More to life than just you. Who'll be the last one standing? When it all goes up in flames, who'll be the last one standing? When the cold ice melts away, who'll be the last one standing? When the smoke drowns out the day, who'll be the last one standing? When it all goes up in flames, I'll be the last one standing. Pull me out from the middle of the map with a limited attack, and I'll fight it to the end, from beginning to the end, it gets a literate attack.
Yeah, you know what, Freddie? I really got to dust that off maybe this week sometime, because it's been a long time since I fired that up. You tried to play it last week. What do you mean tried? What happened? Yeah, I mean, AEW's Fight Forever had the ability to be better, and I just don't know how they could have come out with a game like that after all that time. Bad News Brown is incorrect, but another good guess. We are getting to the point where once I start adding a few things here and there, it's going to be painfully obvious, I might say. Let's go here. I got to leave the hair for last. Couldn't get into it. Oh, for shame.
Well, looky here, what do we have? Another pretty thing ready for me to grab. But little does she know that I'm a wolf and she's clubbing. 'Cause at the end of the night, it is her I'll be holding. I love you so, hey, that's what you'll say. You'll tell me, baby, please don't go away. But when I play, I never stay. So every girl that I meet, yeah, this is what I say. Run away, baby. The fire put my spell on you. You better get away, darling. 'Cause everything you heard is true. You're falling apart, we'll end up alone. 'Cause Lord knows I'm a rolling stone. So you better run away, baby. Yeah. Well, let me think. What should I do? So many eager young bunnies that I'd like to pursue. Now even though they're eating out the palm of my hand, there's only one carrot and they all gotta share it. I love you so, hey, that's what you'll say. You'll tell me, baby, please don't go away. But when I play, I never stay. So every girl that I meet, yeah, this is what I say. Run away, baby. The fire put my spell on you. You better get away, darling. 'Cause everything you heard is true. You're falling apart, we'll end up alone. 'Cause Lord knows I'm a rolling stone. So you better run away, baby. See, I ain't tryna hurt you, baby. No, I just wanna work you, baby. Yo, see, I ain't tryna hurt you, baby. No, I just wanna.
Percy Pringle, we got a winner. Congratulations, Freddie. Now I can go put the hair on. I think we'll change up that tie. Yeah, I knew once I did the mustache, the only thing I figured would throw you a curveball was the bald head still. If I would have done the hair first, that would have gave it right off. I'm not using the audio anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I doubt they're going to have anything close to Percy. But let's see. Oh, you got Perry. Oh, there's Percy. Holy cow. Shock me and tell me there's Pringle. No, no Pringle. Like I said, not using in the audio anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Anybody know where Percy was from? Yeah, Showdown had a lot of stuff they did right. I don't think they had the budget. Well, I know they didn't have the budget of like 2K or even THQ back then. Where's old Percy from? Wow, I did not realize that Percy was in the military. U.S. Air Force, Sergeant. And there's a picture of him. My goodness, he was young and in shape. Unbelievable. Not mentioning where he was billed from, however. Well, I was going to guess Texas, just because that's kind of where he made a lot of his early reputation, so. San Antonio has a good ring. Let's see what we got here. The good thing about Percy is we're not going to waste a lot of time on his stats and stuff because he ain't going to be wrestling. Just in case he does get in the ring, though, got to make him a bum. The 74. So yeah, apparently he had an actual in-ring career though early on. 53. That ought to do it. All right, Percy's in. And that leaves one more for today. See if Freddie can scoop 2 for 2 here on Name That Call. Let me see.
I want to tell you a story about the house in blue. I come home one Friday, had to tell the landlady I done lost my job. She said that don't confront me, long as I get my money next Friday. Now next Friday I come, I didn't get the rent, and out the door I went. So I goes to the landlady. I said, you let me slide. I have the rent for it tomorrow, the next day I don't know. So she let me slide it on, you know, people. I notice when I come home in the evening, she ain't got nothing nice to say to me. But for 5 years, she was so nice. Lord, she would love it, dove it. I come home one particular evening. The landlady said, you got the rent money yet? I said, no. Can't find no job. Therefore, I ain't got no money to pay the rent. She said, I don't believe you're trying to find no job. Said, I seen you today. You were standing on a corner, leaning up against a post. I said, but I'm tired. I've been walking all day. She said, that don't confront me.
One thing about these games here, these older ones, is when you're doing the skin color, like right now, it almost looks like a brown, but in the actual game, it doesn't.
So I go down the streets, down to my good friend's house. I said, look, man, I'm outdoors, you know. Can I stay with you maybe a couple days? He said, let me go and ask my wife. He come out of the house, I could see his face. I know there was no. And he said, I don't know, man. She kind of funny, you know. I said, I know. Everybody funny. Now you for that too. So I go back home.
All right.
I got a job. I'm gonna pay the rent. She said, yeah. I said, oh yeah. And then she was so nice.
Let's see.
Lord, she would love it, dove it. So I go in my room, pack up my things, and I go. I slip on out the back door. Down the streets I go. She hollering about the front rent. She'll be lucky to get in the back rent. She ain't gonna get none of it. So I stop in a local bar, you know, people. I go to the bar. I rent my coat. I call the bartender. I said, look, man, come down here.
We'll see what we can do with this.
Down there. So what you want? One bourbon, one scotch, one beer. Well, I ain't seen my baby since I don't know when. I've been drinking bourbon, whiskey, scotch and gin. Gonna get high, man, I'm gonna get loose. Need me a trip I'm drinking bourbon, I'm drinking scotch, I'm drinking beer. Look down the bar. Here go the bartender. Said, look mad. Come down here. So what you want? One bourbon, one scotch, one beer. No, I ain't seen my baby since the night before last. Gotta get a drink, man, I'm gonna get gas. Gonna get high, man.
Butch Reed is not the answer. Ahmed Johnson, also not the answer. Like I said, I know he looks dark here, but once you put him in the ring, he won't look dark. The Butcher, the baker and the candlestick maker. No. You can't make Abdullah the Butcher in this game. Trying to drag this out. The minute I start doing anything with hair, it's going to give it away.
Now by this time, I'm plenty high. You know when your mouth is getting dry, you're plenty high. Look down the bar, I see to my bartender. I said, look, man, come down here. You got down there. So what you want this time? I said, look, man, what time is it? He said the clock on the wall said 3 o'clock. A last call for alcohol. So what you need? One bourbon, one scotch, one beer. Lord, I ain't seen my baby since a night on a week. Gotta get drunk, man, so I can't even speak. Gonna get high, man, listen to me. One drink ain't enough, Jack, you better make it 3. Gonna get drunk, I'm gonna make it real clear. I want one bourbon, one
AEW, it's on now. That's a good reason for me not to turn on the TV. Thanks for the warning. Woo, that was a close one. The Continental Classic, yeah. Producer Brody, Freddy's 2 for 2. The Boogeyman. We're doing WCCW. Well, kind of the Berserker. One of the minor things that I do like better about the 2K23 games, I think 22 maybe also, is you can skim across the top and go to sleeveless, which helps cut down on what you're looking at and looking through when you're trying to find stuff. What's that? Nope. They should have a furry type vest in here somewhere. Was it this? Running out of options. Oh, there it is. Boom. Thanks, Jughead. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'll do a little reference check on some photographs occasionally. Most of the stuff that I've ever created, though, like this, I just do it from memory. And for me, this is old school right here, because back in the day, you couldn't import facial images and plaster them on there. You just had to work with what was in the game, and did that for I don't know how many years. I'm happy with that. Damn it. Thought I could make that. Hey, look at that, Bruiser Brody. Sometimes it works out. Thank you, Freddie. Yeah, for the longest time, man, I can't even remember. What was the first year where you could import a face scan. Doesn't seem like that many years now. Maybe 5 or 6, maybe? Somewhere like that? Or maybe I've just lost all track of time. All right, Bruiser Brody, where is he from? Parts unknown. Santa Fe, New Mexico. I should have known that. 2K19 was the first. That explains it, because that was always one of my very favorite 2K wrestling games. don't even recall that tag team issue. Hard to make a perfect one, man. But I would say, again, for 2K, I would say 19 was probably their best. Got him at an 89. That's a pretty solid rating.
Got me ready to fight.
Cruising down the street in my 6'4", jocking the freaks, clocking the dough. Went to the park to get the scoop. Knuckleheads out there, cold shooting some hoops. A car pulls up, who can it be? A fresh El Camino rolling Kilo G. He rolled down his window and he started to say, it's all about making that GTA. Cause the boys in the hood are always hard. You come talking the trash, we'll pull your car. Knowing nothing in life but to be legit. Don't quote me, boy, cause I ain't said this shit.
I always like to have the ring gear, entrance gear rather. For Brody, hopefully we can find something pretty animated here.
Donald B in the place to give me the pace. You say my man JD is on free base. The boy JD was a friend of mine till I caught him in my car trying to steal an Alpine.
Let's see.
To call a truce. The city clerk head pulls out a deuce deuce. Little did he know I had a loaded 12 gauge. One sucker dead, LA Times front page. Cause the boys in the hood are always hard. You come talking the trash, we'll pull your guard. Knowing nothing in life but to be legit. Don't quote me, boy, cause I ain't said this shit.
There was also the ability, like, where you could rotate the figure and then make your screenshot there. And based on how you rotated the figure, I forget which games that had it. And I thought it was this one, but I don't think it is.
I'm rolling hard now under control. Then wrap my 6-4 around a telephone pole. I looked at my car and I said, oh brother, I throw it in the gutter and go buy another. Walking home, I see the G ride. Now cat is driving Kilo on the side. As they busted a U, they got pulled over. An undercover cop in a dark green Nova. Cat got beat for resisting arrest. He socked a pig in the head for ripping his guest. Now G is caught for doing the crime. Fourth offense on the boy, he'll do some time. Cause the boys in the hood are always hard. You come talking that trash, we'll pull your car. Knowing nothing in life but to be legit. Don't quote me, boy, cause I ain't said shit. I went to get them out, but there was no bail. The fellas caused a riot in the county jail. 2 days later in municipal court, Kilo G on trial, cold cutter for destruction of the court, said the judge. On a 6-year sentence, my man didn't budge. Bailiff came over to turn him in. Kilo G looked up and gave a grin. He yelled out fire, then came Susie. The came in with a submachine Uzi. Police shot the girl but didn't hurt her. Both upstate for attempted murder. Cause the boys in the hood are always hard. You come talking that trash, we'll pull your car. Knowing nothing in life but to be legit. Don't quote me, boy, cause I ain't said shit.
Son of a bitch, can't get rid of all of it. Let's try this.
You never met a white boy quite like me. Not like me.
Yeah, gonna have to give up the chain, unfortunately. That would have been a nice addition.
Never thought I'd go as far in life as this. Never made par and I could give two. Never wanted to sell cars cause my dad was an it. Never wanted a guitar till I heard a lick like this. And from the depths of Dixie to my northern spots, you know it's time to rock when Old Glory drops. I came through town with the top left back, black hat, fine blind, cold paps in my lap. I'll adapt to any and all situations. That's why they call me pimp of the nation. Hey, you best believe I live in the woods, not your world of greed. Might a little weed, might a little yay. I'm so proud to be living in the USA. You never met a white boy quite like me. No, not like me. Did I not like me? Hey, like me. You ain't never met. You ain't never gonna meet. You never met her, never met her, never met mother quite
And there we go.
you ain't never met a mother like me. Hey, you ain't never
Tomorrow I'll probably look at putting the entrance and movesets and stuff on them.
met a mother like me. Hey, you never gonna, you never gonna, you never me. Stop. What? Dude, there's just more to life than just you.
Let's take a look at him in the ring, though, just to see if the skin tone holds up under the lights. Looks freaking sadistic. I love it. Yeah, what the hell? Might lighten him up just a little bit. Let's see what happens when the lights come up for the match. Actually, that's not so bad. I don't know. Kind of like that. Pringle trying to get a shot in on Bruiser Brody. Shazam! I gotta turn that off. I forgot about that. Didn't come up during the universe mode, though. Kind of interesting. The hell? Done pissed him off now. Oh, shit. Damn. And that's all she wrote. Yeah, I'll throw a moveset on there tomorrow and entrances. But yeah, I'm happy with the way he turned out. Would have been nice to be able to get those chains on there, but can't get everything. All right, that's going to be it for tonight. Oh, wait a minute, maybe not. Well, thank you guys for hanging out with me and joining me for another episode of Retro Rumble. Like I said, we're going to eventually start dipping into the old stuff as well, even older than this. We're definitely going to look at the Legends. We're going to look at Legends of WrestleMania. We're going to look at Showdown and Showdown 2, all that good stuff. Right here on the Nation Network. Everybody have a great rest of your night. I'll be back maybe tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. I never know. Just depends on how things roll. But we'll be back soon. That you can be sure of. Until then, I'll see you next time right here from ringside. So long and good night.